What's going on, guys? OneEyedBandit back again with yet another video talking about more Dragon Ball FighterZ. And once again today we have a community poll where I asked, if we had a choice, who would you rather, Tapion or Pikkon? These are two very popular movie characters that would, I think, fare well within Dragon Ball FighterZ. Now Tapion, there is not much source material to go off of, because if you know, in the movie he doesn't really fight. He has literally one scene where he uses his sword against Hirudegan one time. Other than that, he plays the flute. And trust me, we're gonna go through these comments, and a lot of people feel that way, where he doesn't belong because he doesn't fight. But for the most part, I think a lot of it comes from his cool factor. I mean, he has a sword. Like, you can't go wrong with a guy with a sword. Tapion is dope as hell. And besides that, other Dragon Ball games have done just fine with giving him movesets. So I think Arxis could be very they could definitely have some creativity for when it comes to putting Tapion in the game. 54% of you actually want Tapion, and this is probably one of the closest or closer polls that I've done on this community tab so far, because 46% of you want Pikkon. Pikkon, again, another very popular movie character. He has more source material. I think he would be a very funny character that they could add, simply because there is no way in hell they can't add the part where he actually yells at Janemba and Janemba gets hurt from it. So if you guys didn't know, in the Fusion Reborn movie, there is this like weird glass stuff that needs to be broken to get to, I believe, King Yima. I can't quite remember it all, but for the most part there's this weird glass stuff, and when you actually yell at it, it starts to break. And the same thing happens to Janemba when Pikkon decides to yell at Janemba. So I think this could be like a cool command grab type of thing if you were to input it. Obviously it'd be like slow or something like that, but it would definitely be like a gag move. Just seeing Pikkon just yell at seeing Pikkon just yell at his opponent would actually be hilarious. It would have to be added in. If they don't add that in, I'd be so upset. At least as like a dramatic finish against Janemba or something, dramatic intro, whatever it is, just add that in and I will be happy. But other than that, let's just get to these comments and see what you guys think about the choices we have between Tapion and Pikkon. Number one, bruh, Tapion didn't even fight. All he does is play a flute. And yes, this guy is right. He did just play a flute pretty much, but that flute could have a lot of different properties when added to a game like Dragon Ball FighterZ. It could easily become a shield, sort of like Android 18. It could be a counter. It could literally give him health back. It could do whatever it may. It could seal the opponent away, sort of kind of like Master Roshi's Mafuba does, because when he does play that flute, he does seal Hirudegan away. So things like that, there's definitely stuff that Arxis could give to this character that could make him actually badass. So I still wouldn't mind Tapion being in the game, and I personally think this is a very hard choice between Tapion and Pikkon, because honestly they're both pretty damn cool. This guy, I'd be down for Pikkon. Moveset would be unique as hell, and it would look really cool in FighterZ. Most definitely, simply because Pikkon is this fire type guy. He uses fire as most of his attacks, and this game is beautiful enough so to have that fiery aura or fire attacks would just look beautiful within Dragon Ball FighterZ. Again, another person, I don't think Tapion fought in the movie. I understand, but Pikkon would be good, or Tapion would be good, sorry. Pikkon, we need more black characters. Definitely, I feel that though, but we're gonna skip past that, because yeah. I really want Tapion because he's tough, but you get the moveset from Xenoverse. Xenoverse 2 does have a really fun and unique moveset for Tapion. Again, that game, because Xenoverse, or because Tapion doesn't really have much source material, that is a game where they can basically just give him whatever they want, and it would basically just be what it is, because again, Tapion doesn't have much to go off of, so they have to basically use everything in their minds to just give him something creative, which would be cool, and I would love to see what Arxis would do with that. This is hard, but I have to go with Tapion. Again, I think I'm pretty I don't know, I'm pretty in between when it comes to both of these characters, because again, they're both pretty cool. Pikkon would be my choice because he has a moveset and had battled Goku in the other world. Tapion would be cool, like Strider from VC2, but doesn't have much moves, needs a lot of work. Again, basically what we've been saying the whole time. Pikkon, we've seen him fight, we've seen the source material that he has, where Tapion just hasn't. Besu, my boy, we haven't had a playable Pikkon since Raging Blast 2. Wow. Arxis, please revive the Pikkon fans. Which is actually insane because Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 has added damn near every character in the series, and we even have Pikkon's clothes, but yet we don't have the actual Pikkon character, which is just kind of weird in itself. But I definitely feel him. Pikkon he's a very popular movie character. This guy believes Tapion is whack. It is what it is. Everybody has their opinion, and some people have replied. Again, we haven't seen him do anything other than that. Most people enjoy Tapion a lot. Tapion, for me, Tapion would probably have to play a lot like Roshi in terms of weirdness. I would love to see a ton of stagger abilities and defensive options, definitely, because again, when we talk about that flute, you know, it puts this barrier around him. Well, I think I mainly get that barrier thing from Xenoverse 2. I don't remember him actually doing it in the movie. He probably does, but I can't quite remember. Also, wouldn't his counter super be sick? He would definitely be a counter style character, I feel like. Imagine he has a flute playing animation, then you hit him, he drops the flute as he bends over to pick it up. The screen darkens, he turns around only to see Hirudegan standing over the two of you. Wow, Hirudegan bashes your character like crazy, and just as he's about to deliver the finishing blow, Tapion's flute is heard. He calmly floats over while playing the flute, and Hirudegan is sealed once again. That'd be so tight. Personally, I'd rather have Majin Vegeta or any Super Saiyan 4 characters over both of these options, but Tapion is definitely the man. So that was pretty drawn out, and he seems to have something that he wants to see from Tapion, which would be cool. And that is one of the dope things that could be really cool about Tapion. They have to implement Hirudegan in some way, shape, or form, because Hirudegan is sealed with him in him. So some way, somehow, they have to include Hirudegan, because Arxis is all about that source material. I really truly do understand. Like, we literally got Master Roshi without a super dash. Like, honestly, that was probably the most out there thing that they could have done with this game, especially since it is so super dash heavy. It has changed the fighting game and the way neutral is played, and I just honestly, like, if they could have something that would be inclusive of Hirudegan, I'd be all for it. Golden Greencher doesn't want any of these guys, understandable, but the question was, out of these two, who would you choose? So again, come on, man, just play along. Tapion didn't fight. Pikkon is the GOAT. Pikkon all day. So now we understand what the community feels like, or at least my community feels like, when it comes to Tapion versus Pikkon. Personally, again, I think I'm kind of stuck in the middle of these two. I might lean more towards Tapion simply because he has a sword, and I'm a sucker for guys with swords. Even though I don't play Trunks, which is kind of funny. I even should play Janemba or something like that, because Janemba has a sword, but I don't know, I just don't. But I think Tapion does have the more cool factor to him. He's definitely pretty awesome, whereas Pikkon is really cool. He has way more source material than Tapion does, but you know, it is what it is. But anyways, guys, if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Please remember that God and anime are always on your side. Please come join the Bandit Army. If you guys want to participate in these polls, please follow me on Twitter, subscribe to me here, click the notification bell, and you know, we can all freaking grow as a family, become a community, become an army, become a nation. You know, Bandit Nation is the ultimate goal. I don't know why, but I've always wanted to be Bandit Army, and I have amassed an army. There's almost over 3,000 of us. Well, almost 3,000 of us, but we'll get there when we get there. But other than that, right now, that's all I got for y'all. Peace out.